you trudge down the gravel path to your ancient family manor. You just inherited it after your great uncle's mysterious death. The wind whips across the moors and stings your face. You withdraw the heavy iron keys and you slowly push them into the rusted lock. You turn and the door creaks open. You hear a wailing on the wind. You look around. What's that up in the window? A shadow? Or could it be a face? Could that be the fabled ghost of Clarkenstein Manor? Or are you on a mystery quest? And welcome everybody to Mystery Quest. Today we're playing Call of Cthulhu 7th edition and a mystery called the Saturnine Chalice. I hope you enjoy. Welcome everybody to Mystery Quest. Today we are playing Call of Cthulhu, a scenario called the Saturnine Chalice. My name is Tom, and I am your keeper of arcane lore. And I'm joined by 4 fabulous guests this week. Would you like to introduce yourself?
My name is Lydia, and I'll be playing the role of Maggie. I am socialite. I'm quite upper class. My husband Dickie died, and I'm looking for a bit of adventure. Got short, curly blonde hair and beautiful clothes, and I'm just up for a jolly good time, really.
I love it. I love her.
Thank you.
And you're a pisshead as well.
And I do love a tipple.
You do love a drink.
I love a tipple.
It's prohibition, and so technically...
A secret tipple.
But, that's fine. Next up.
I'm Ravs, and today I'm going to be playing Willie Miggins, who is married to Mrs. Miggins. He is a beloved mechanic, member of the Neighborhood Watch, coaches the Little League team, and just an overall swell guy. Kind of looks like Mr. Rogers, but like if Mr. Rogers was a mechanic, like a bit more stocky, a little bit smaller, just like a average guy, just like a good old Willie.
Good old Willie.
Yeah.
Okay, love him.
Hey, I'm Harry, and I'm going to be playing Mrs. Miggins, a astute author from Boston who writes terrible horror books. Some terrible titles I have here that I'm not going to bore you with now. Obviously married to wonderful Willie, my charming husband. And I also run the Boston Book Club. Big reader I am. Not in real life, I'm not. But Mrs. Miggins is a big reader, so this is going to be a big challenge for me.
No, I love it, because you love both horror...
I love horror and I love books. That's what we're going with today. That's exactly what I love. So excited to play. It's going to be good.
Okay, and finally...
Hello. I'm Simon, and I'm Perry. Hello. I am a real piece of work. I am a scam artist, a con man. I trick old ladies out of their money by pretending to be a psychic that can talk to their dead husbands. That's how I met Lydia's character, Maggie. But we've I think she knows it was all bullshit, and now we're actually like besties.
You've become fast friends because you're debauched. She's looking for some adventure, and
exactly.
You're just such good fun.
And I look like a handsome rat.
Handsome rat in a suit. Okay. Great. I'm very much into that. Nice.
Are you?
I'm into handsome rats.
Suit rat.
I'll write this down in my notes.
Yeah. That's going to be
into that.
It's going to be very important for later on in this adventure. So the Saturnine Chalice, Call of Cthulhu, is a spooky game. So I warn any listeners or viewers that we're going to be dealing with some spooky themes. It's going to be a little bit horror, a little bit of the unknown. And so if that sounds too much for you, maybe it's time to go to bed, little baby. And let's jump on in. So you 4 are currently tearing through the Massachusetts countryside in Maggie's car, I'm assuming, as you are currently promoting the newest book that has been published by Mrs. Miggins.
Yes,
on a bit of a book tour funded by Maggie. And you are kind of going from large bookstores, place to place, to promote it, do readings, and things like that. Does that all make sense? Does that sort of work with your kind of...
Yes, it sounds great. I love signing books. It's my favorite bit of writing the book is when I get to sign it.
You get to sign a book. You
Mrs. Miggins.
Mrs. Miggins. That's your pen name, or...
It's the only name I go by, Tom.
Nom de plume.
have no regular name.
I'm like Prince, but in the 1920s and an author.
It's like Prince. Wait, so is Mrs. Miggins just a symbol?
It's a single word. Mrs. Miggins.
Mrs. Miggins. Hello,
Mrs.
I'm
Miggins.
Mrs. Miggins. Okay, well, I love that. So who is driving? Who's driving the car at the moment?
Well, I'm driving, of course.
Maggie's such a good driver.
I just love to drive really, really, really fast and close my eyes for a little bit. I love the thrill of it all.
Have you been drinking today so far?
Oh, just a few swigs, darling. You know, it helps me get on the up and ready for the day.
It does help.
Okay.
She drives better after a few.
She's very nervous about driving if she hasn't had a couple drinks.
Okay, so you guys
drive
are kind of passing back and forwards a hip flask and just having just a few sips. It's a absolutely beautiful summer's day in 1925, 1926. I've got as a note somewhere in all of my notes, which it's not that important. It probably won't be coming up again. And as you're driving along, because you've got a big long trip ahead of you, and you are heading out sort of west of Arkham, and right now, I'm guessing Perry, he's sat beside you in the front seat of your Rolls Royce, and the Miggins are sat in the back.
Yes, for canoodling.
Hello, darling.
Mr. Miggins.
Oh,
Still as handsome as the day I met you.
Oh, my sweet.
Do you have pet names? Oh, sorry. Do you have pet names for each other?
Yes, of course. I call him my Big Willie.
Why did I fucking ask?
Okay.
Well, his name is William. It's Big Willie. Big
She's
Will.
my baby doll, my gal.
Okay. Like
Baby doll.
baby doll.
Oh, he makes me feel so young.
Baby doll and Big Willie. Okay, great. I'm glad that we managed to just set this off to the right tone already. So you've been driving for a little bit, and Perry, you're sat there with the map, and you're pretty sure you found a shortcut that can shave easily like an hour off your trip.
That makes perfect sense. Maggie, I'm looking at the map here. It's kind of buffeting around in the wind, but I'm pretty sure that we need to get off the main roads. We need to take this path out down into the countryside, and we can. It's much quicker. There'll be hardly any traffic.
What's this about a what are you saying, Perry? Where were you taking us? Why are we not just driving straight there?
Well, look, we're going around in like a U shape. We need to go in a straight line as the crow flies.
Perfect, Perry. It's like off-road adventure. Is it a bumpy road? Is there no sort of tarmac or anything?
I don't want to know why you're interested.
I love a bumpy car ride.
Oh my God.
Let's go.
Yes, if it's bumpy, then we certainly should go.
So you go. It's not fully off-road. You're not just driving through rivers and mud and fields, but you are driving for a little while, and you begin to see less and less cars on the road until it's been, a good half an hour, 40 minutes since you've even seen a car, and all of a sudden your car just the engine starts making some weird noises. It's kind of like spluttering. It's not sounding good.
Maggie, you might want to stop the car there. It's starting to not sound so good. This baby, it's a Rolls Royce. It's top of the line luxury. Only worked on one in my life.
Willie, darling, will you go around, look at the back and look at the engine or whatever and have a look and see what's going on, please?
This isn't good. This is delays. We can't have delays. What are we doing?
Around the back? I'm pretty sure the engine's at the front.
Is it? Well, I don't bloody know, Perry. I just drive the damn thing.
Where did you put my suitcase? And then he cuts my suitcase.
to Boston.
It's on a driveway somewhere.
Roll luck.
Oh, no.
Make a luck roll.
No. What we got? We got a 99.
Critical
I literally
fail.
can't believe. Literally can't believe. The worst I could roll.
So, look, if it makes you feel any better, it wasn't left on the driveway. As you were driving down one of the big highways, it fell off the back of. It fell off the front of the car.
That's where I put it.
You guys drove
Didn't
over
notice.
it, and now whatever was in your suitcase is strewn across this highway and has been driven over for the last 3 hours by cars. And so, do you have anything important? Because that's gone now.
I don't think so. I'm pretty sure I probably carry my gun in a little thing in my jacket.
Packing heat.
Yeah, because you never know. You never know when shit's gonna go down.
Okay, great. No, I
Shit will
love
get real.
that. So,
No clothes, though.
for anyone that doesn't know, Call of Cthulhu is a percentile system. Everyone is going to be trying to roll underneath whatever their score is, whatever their stats are, with a D100. And Simon rolled very badly. If you roll a 99 or 100, you are going to get a critical fail.
High numbers are bad, low numbers are good.
High number bad, low number good. And so you pull over in a sort of secluded part of the side of this road, and there's beautiful sunlight still. You're in quite a woody area, and you give the car a little investigate.
All right, everyone calm down. I got this, honey. Give me some sugar. And I'm going to give Miss Megan's a little peck.
You see?
Oh, he's so-
nice.
I'm going to head out,
he's so
grab
handsome.
me little wrench and go to town on the engine, have a little look, see what's going on.
I have to go to
Okay.
town on Miss Miggins.
Oh,
Yeah.
look at him work.
I grab my
sweat.
wrench and I go to town.
Roll up my sleeves, my
I'm just
cardigan.
swooning over him as he's working. Oh, yes, Willie. Oh.
So you I don't think I'm even going to need to give you a roll to work this out. The car's out of gas. You work that out immediately when you check the sort of the fuelometer. Is that a word?
Sure.
The fuel gauge.
Fuel
Yeah,
gauge.
fuel gauge. Yeah.
You give that a little tap, and suddenly the needle just goes from full all the way down to zero. It looks like it got stuck or
shit,
something.
yeah.
Maybe splashed with a bit of alcohol. You would have thought that someone would have noticed hours ago that this wasn't going down, but maybe they were distracted. And you are completely out of gas.
I'm gonna
But I-
slam the hood down and be like, not really much I can do here. It's just out of gas. I don't know if you guys got anything in that flask of yours. I don't touch this stuff, but maybe I don't know. Maybe I wouldn't put that in this type of car.
What? How?
I don't understand. I poured all the petrol into the boot. Why is it not working?
Let me.
Oh,
Go check the
Maggie.
boot. Can I open the boot? What's in there?
It's just
in the
sodden
boot,
with petrol.
So you guys have probably got some
books.
light travel supplies.
I'm covered in petrol.
Willie's just in pain hearing that. Just this is a Rolls Royce. This is a beautiful luxury car.
Maggie has just been running it into the ground.
It is a new
there's-
car, so
It is new. But you guys have been driving for multiple hours. I'm going to say it's about midday, and you set off early in the morning. So you've been driving for at least 4 or 5 hours, and you probably should have stopped off to pick up some more gas at some point. The last town that you passed was a good 40 minutes ago, and according to the map, you don't think that there's one that you'll be able to reach on foot before nightfall. It will take you a good 8 hours. What time does the sun set in summer? 8 or 9 o'clock. Yeah, it'll be easily dark by the time you've even made it there.
Well, Perry, where are we going? You're the one with the map.
I guess I'll check the map.
You are deep in darkest Massachusetts.
Well, Perry, come on. Are there any farms nearby? Any towns? Just little houses? Small hamlets, perhaps? Something.
So you're far west of Arkham, where the hills rise wild, and the valleys are deep with woods that no axe has ever cut.
Oh my goodness.
Kind of looks like we're where the hills are riding wild and the woods ain't never been cut before.
Well, you are definitely going to be stuck here for a little bit, but it's still like a pleasant enough day.
We got any food? Let's have a little picnic. Celebrate some of this sadness.
Well, there's a slight problem here, chaps. I put all the food in the boot, and I've just had a look at it. It's all a little bit soggy now.
No, the sandwiches.
Maggie. Isn't that where you said you put the petrol? You put that in with the food as well?
I'm very sorry, chaps. My bad.
Well,
Whoopsie.
it's time for some rambling then, I think. Shall we get walking?
Oh, no, honey, I can't walk. I'm wearing my high heels, and they're very expensive.
I could start pushing the car if you want. Like, we could try rolling into town, or we're going to have to find some
Take us
some
twice
fuel.
as long pushing the car. We're just going to have to make a nice ramble for it.
You're pretty sure that if you just leave the car off to the side of the road by here, it's secluded enough that no one is going to come along and steal it or tamper it with it, seeing as you just haven't seen
I'll help push it off the road then. Like,
seen a
roll it along.
vehicle. Yeah, you push it off to one side, and it's super secluded. And you start walking along a little bit, and very soon you see on sort of like a bare kind of like hillock. There's like quite a large, nice-looking house, and you're pretty sure somewhere this far out they must have fuel, a car of their own, or by the looks of it, like it's a nice-looking place. They might even have a telephone that you could use to call up somewhere. And
Ooh, maybe we could like siphon their gas or something exciting like that. Does anyone have like a hose pipe or something?
Why would any of us have a hose pipe?
I don't know,
Just
Perry.
on our person, walking around with a hose pipe. I do.
roll for luck.
My husband is a mechanic. Doesn't mean he carries hose pipes
18.
around.
Yeah, as you're saying that, a hose pipe falls out of your pocket.
Well, look, I don't need to explain myself why I just happened to have this, but
Perry, don't you think that'd be exciting though? We could just take some, and I've seen it. I read about it in one of your books where they.
We always could just ask. We could always just. They look like they might be reasonable people.
I think I've been in situations like this before, where you approach a fancy house, and the one thing you're thinking of stealing from them is petrol.
Yes.
Gasoline.
Petroleum.
Not some candelabras, a painting or two.
Well, I guess we could do that as well if you want, Perry. Could be fun, couldn't it?
In for a penny, in for a pound, I say, Maggie.
Wow, let's do it. Oh, I love that.
So
Fair enough. I guess we're thieves. Let's go.
you're heading up to steal from this house.
Well, that's a bit of fun, isn't it? Why not?
So you head through, kind of through the sort of like wooded area. It only takes you a few minutes to get there, and you head up this like quite long, nicely maintained looking driveway. This place looks quite fancy, like fairly expensive. It's not huge. It's sort of like a maybe 100, 200-year-old farmhouse that has been maybe not 200 years old, like 100-year-old farmhouse that has been converted into a bit of a manor. Like it's definitely had some work done to it. And as you come closer, you can see the driveway splits and it runs in a big circle all around.
Oh wow, this place is very nice.
All around the building itself. And you can see there's like a what looks like a kind of a garage or a shed type thing. There's a large stone building. There's a well out back, and there's beautiful hedges and sort of rose bushes and things like that, all dotted around. And this is
place
where,
must have cost a pretty dime.
Maggie, you should buy this place. It's lovely.
It's quite quaint, isn't it? It's cute.
and
It's cottagey.
I've got a
Sweet-looking.
rough map just for you guys to look at. It's quite like nicely manicured. But yeah, it is this large circular driveway with a few off buildings and this, quite large 2-story building. And it looks very, very pleasant.
Well, if you go say hello, or are we going to rob them?
Well, if you want, we can just say hello, I guess, if you're going to be
They
boring.
look like reasonable people.
Fine.
Come on, Maggie.
So yeah, as you are approaching, you can see that all the curtains are open. The lights are on in basically every room there.
Okay.
And as you start heading directly up the path towards there's sort of like a a balcony over a veranda, and you start moving up to there, and off to your right-hand side, you can see through a large window. You get startled because there is this large face just looking out at you, and it takes you a second to realize that there's just this like large bust of a man, just facing out of the window. This like pure black bust of like a sort of older gentleman just staring ominously out of the window. And for a second, it just catches you off guard. And then, you are at the front door of this building.
That must be the fella who owns the place.
It's a very strange art choice.
Perry, you knock. You knock on the door, Perry. You go.
Perry,
Come on.
you should
Come on,
knock
come on,
first.
Perry.
Is that the wisest idea? I mean, you got half a tube hanging out your jacket.
I'll just put it back.
Oh no! Please.
Man of many talents.
Can you, if anyone's kind of like looking around at the building or something, can you give me a spot hidden or something? If anyone's like super paying attention to like architecture or something like that.
Yeah, sure. Oh fuck!
Okay,
Very much lost that. Dave.
if you roll it on the floor, that means that your character will take D6 damage.
Oh wow,
He's
D6.
dead.
That's a lot of number. 88.
Okay, an 88.
Yeah.
I got 19, so that's a great success.
Is that so?
Under
There's
half.
hard success.
Yeah. Now, can I not use the Borats?
No, because.
It's a hard success, Tom.
And what's the other one? Critical success. Like all I can think of is great success.
Great success.
Don't do this to me. Like it's really minor, but where the top story of the building is, there are bits of eaves of the building, like small like roof. There are covered roof parts on covering the ground floor, and it looks like sand is like on the roof. Like it doesn't seem too bizarre, but it just is a little weird to you that you can just notice that there is like sand just in the kind of trickling down between the tiles. Not actually like pouring down like a river at all, but there's just for some reason there's sand up there, and it just catches your fancy for a second.
I probably wouldn't even mention it. It's just so inconsequential.
Yeah.
of sand.
So you are at the door and you can see this big ominous face looking out of the side.
What emotion is the face giving? Is it?
It
Do you want me to roll for that, or
no, I think you
can I psychology it?
like it's a blank face. This looks
Okay.
like like a bust of a person that kind of stoic, stern. Is an older gentleman. He's got a beard and like a full head of hair, and he's looking just stern, serious.
Strange.
Like
I'm just picturing your face, but
Yeah, I
Same.
literally thought the exact. As soon as you said with a beard, I'm like, is this you when you're older?
But then you said full head of hair, and I was like,
God, that's going back. So it looks like me, but a little older with nicer hair.
So less
And
handsome.
Less handsome.
Aw.
Thank you, Harry. Oh, what's that? Harry just found a gold bar.
My free gold bar.
We can go on holiday, I think.
I'm rich. I don't have to publish this shitty book. It sucks.
No, your book's now a bestseller.
Oh,
Everyone
fuck.
loves it.
Amazing.
So you made it to the door. Who are you gonna knock? Are you gonna?
yeah, I'm going to be knocking. I am the one who knocks, Tom.
Wow! Oh my
I'm the one who
god!
knocks.
Oh my
Nice.
god!
Evangelion reference.
Evangelion reference. So you knock at the door, and it's quiet for a second or two, and then you hear, come in. The door's open. Sorry, I've got my hands busy. I'm a little preoccupied at the moment. Just come inside.
Well, you come inside then. Come on, Perry. Lead the way.
Okay, off we go.
You open the door very nice, although you're putting our sound effects person out of a job.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Wow.
Just
a
think of the
family
money
to
I've
feed.
saved us on production
Oh
costs.
my god.
Tom
He
Bates is crying.
He's just so sad. You open the door into this really attractive sort of hallway lobby area. and there's like beautiful paintings of landscapes on the walls. You can see, like a coat and hat stand. Some kind of console tables dotted around, including one that has a telephone on it. And in the middle of this, on a pretty precarious stepladder, is a sort of older gentleman who's dressed very much like a butler, and he is changing light bulbs on a very large chandelier, and looking a little bit.
Can I rush over and help steady the ladder for him?
my
yeah,
God.
yeah, you 100%.
Make him fucking roll.
No, I think.
Whoa, there, buddy. You
No,
can't.
I don't think I need.
Oh, you push it.
Like, can you hold a ladder?
You got to be careful going up on those things.
Yeah, he is stood on the top step, and this guy, he's looking a little bit older, a little bit more frail, just super dangerous.
Hey, you still got a spring in your step.
And he's there. He's like, thank you very much, sir. That's
Don't mention it, pal.
So kind of you. Can you make me a spot hidden?
Oh,
Or if your repair is better,
all zeros.
that is 100.
Yeah.
Bad.
Yeah, you are sure this guy was just about to fall.
Okay.
But he finishes kind of screwing a light bulb in, and suddenly the whole of this chandelier is absolutely illuminated, and he climbs down. He's like, "Oh, thank you so much for your help. What can I do for you? Are you here to see August? You're far too early for the party that we're having later. I don't believe you. I recognize any.
Party going on here tonight.
Oh yes, we're having a celebration later on. But that's not until this evening. It's only kind of the middle of the day right now.
Oh, apologies. We were heading into town to get some supplies first, but our car broke down, so I'm afraid we thought we'd just come round now. Apologies for us being here early.
Oh. Of course. No. Come on in. Is your vehicle okay? August is in the. Mr. Wayland is in the sitting room. I can.
Just need some fuel. I don't know if you got any on you to hand here. Maybe we can take it in a can, or where the nearest service station is. I can, maybe go ahead there.
Oh, I'm sure. Undoubtedly, we must have some fuel here. Yes, we've got the garage out back. Mr. Wayland is an avid driver. He's an enthusiast for driving his car around.
Judging by the size of this place, he must have quite the collection of cars.
He's got a real fancy one. I'm not too familiar with vehicles myself. I'm just the butler, you see. Please, my name's Jeremiah, by the way.
Willie Miggins, nice to meet you, sir.
Nice to meet you. He shakes your hand, and you can feel like he's taking a bit of a shine to you as you came and helped him. And he's like, "Please, come through. The Waylands, they're just waiting in the living room. Come with me."
Yes, of course.
Maybe they'll be interested in some of your books, honey.
Well, maybe we can sell a couple.
Oh my
They are covered in oil, but an exclusive signing is quite a rare.
Okay, right. So I'm going to give you guys a map of this building.
Okay.
Here you go. So you have entered in through the southern, across the southern veranda, and you've gone into the hallway. And you are led through into what is a large dining room that is connected to a living room. And this is like a really bright, really nice space. And the dining room has a table, like a really big table set up for about 20 guests, maybe more, 22, 23. Like really big. There are candles lit. There's plates, silverware, all kinds of stuff ready and waiting. Bowls with bread and kind of different accoutrements.
Bowls of bread.
Bowl-
Very
A
bowl of
fancy.
bread?
Bowls of bread. Yeah, these guys, they go all out with their guests. But you're taken into the lounge where you can make out the back of this bust that was looking out of the window. And you see like a sort of central coffee table with 4 large sofas surrounding it. And this older gentleman that you recognize from the bust is sat there, a smoking cigar in an ashtray on the table. There's a piano in the corner, like a really large grand piano, and this roaring fireplace, absolutely just going for it. And above that are these really large paintings, kind of absolutely dominate that wall, of a bunch of different figures.
Wow, it's a very warm fire on a lovely day. It's very toasty in here.
Excuse me, sir. Hello.
1 second. Can you give me an intelligence roll? Give me just for Harry.
25. That's it's a great success or good success.
Okay, hard success. Something that seems weird to you. When you came in, there was like no smoke coming from the chimneys or anything like that.
No.
And for how roaring this is like, it's hot.
Just odd.
Just from the outside, you definitely saw there were like 3 or 4 different chimney stacks from throughout this building. And
Does the place look lived in? Does that make sense? Does it look like there's children in the house, or does
it looks
like a family? It's not kept like a manor house that someone maybe visits once a week. It's kept like a home that is lived in.
No, like there's definitely
It's not pristine. There are bits of scraps and stuff, right? It's clean, but it's not like
it definitely looks like people are living here.
Okay.
Like it is a full-time
working house
residence. And people live here, and it's furnished in a way that like dotted around. There's newspapers in a little pile under the.
It's active.
The stuff is going on right now.
With the fire, is there a big log pile either side of the fire?
Yeah, I think there'll be off to one side a bunch of tools for maintaining the fire and a stack of logs. Just for short term, but because if it's a place that has a butler, you would imagine that they would be tending to the fire, and they'll probably store.
Is the butler with us as we're going in?
The butler's.
Gosh, Jeremiah, this is a very, very roaring fire. Do you maintain that?
Yes, I do. Mr. Wayland enjoys a lovely fire. We want to keep this place warm.
Well, we all do.
When
We'll have to get you round ours for Christmas. Gosh.
That sounds
roaring fire.
absolutely lovely. Yes, me and my wife, we would love to do that, but unfortunately, we need to be here taking care of Jeremiah and his daughter.
It was a passing comment, Jeremiah, not a real invite. Don't get too ahead of
Well,
yourself.
now I feel bad.
Another Jeremiah here. You get a common name because you're Jeremiah as well, right? Then you
That's
said
your
you
daughter's
gotta,
name.
I'm Jeremiah. I'm the butler.
I was talking
Jeremiah.
about
you were talking to the butler, right?
Yeah.
Did you mean August and the children?
August, yes. August and the children.
That's what I thought you meant. That's what I thought.
Okay, yeah. The butler's Jeremiah.
Yeah.
The man is August.
August Wayland.
August Wayland. Sorry, Lydia, you wanted to have a...
Yes. So I turned to August. Hello, Mr. Wayland. Hello. My name is Maggie Vanderholt. You might have heard of my name. My husband's family, they invented the cigarette case.
Wow.
Yes. Sorry to drop in. These are my friends, Perry,
Hello.
Mrs. Miggins, and Mr.
Hello.
Miggins.
My pleasure.
We were just wondering if we could maybe join your party you've got going on.
Well, okay, right, he needs a voice. Well, he's got to be a bit more grand. Well, hello there.
Hello, darling.
Well, it is a pleasure to make your acquaintance. He's gone a little southern. Well, it's an absolute pleasure to meet you. He stands up, beaming. Like, he's got a smile on his face. He had been reading a book, and that's just kind of like...
Was it one of mine?
Left to...
Not a big fan.
Maybe she would check to see if it was
I
one
would
of
always
hers.
peek at what people's reading.
Yeah.
Give me a. Yeah. No, you can probably just pick this up. Yeah, it is a book about the choirs of angels. Is a book that he's reading. Is the title of it. You can't really make out what it's about, but it's sort of like an old leather-bound book.
Cool. I'm not going to comment on it. I'm just wanted to peek.
Yeah, and he's like, "Well, welcome. You're more than welcome to come into my house. Yes, yeah, we are. We're having a bit of a party later. We're having a celebration of sorts. It's for my daughter. She's about to begin a great ritual of ours going forwards, and yes, we just cannot wait. Here she is now, and stepping through the door is this woman. She's maybe in her 30s, and she's absolutely beautiful. She's very, very dainty. And she's wearing this like a black mourning dress, which seems quite like stark contrast to sort of like how pretty she is, just sort of like how plain this outfit is, and especially how like kind of grandiose that August is dressed. Like he's very smart, quite like fashionable for the time. It looks like quite an expensive outfit, and he says, "Please, my beloved daughter, come. We have guests. They are here for the. Well, you want to stay for the party? You're more than welcome to.
So we don't want to impose or anything. We just car broke down. We need some fuel. We get out of your hair. It's the earliest convenience.
No, I definitely.
It is pretty late at night, though. You see, I think my friends are looking for somewhere warm.
We definitely can. We must have fuel. Jeremiah, maybe he can take you out. We always will keep some kind of supply in the garage.
Thank you so kindly,
but
sir.
you're more
Very
than
hospitable.
More than welcome to go and check out. But yes, here's my daughter, and she introduces herself. She's like, "Oh, hello, I'm Veronica. I see you've already met Father. I hope he hasn't been boring you. He does like to go on a little bit.
No, not at all.
At the other end of the dining room, you can see that there is an open door through to a kitchen, and a maid comes through, and is like, "Oh, please, can I offer anyone a drink? I'm so sorry. I've been so busy preparing the meal for later." And she's like a lot older, wearing a quite like traditional maid's dress, and has quite like a piercing smile on her face, like she's really trying hard to smile, and there's something just slightly off, slightly unsettling about.
Gosh, there's a reason they keep her in the kitchen, isn't there, Willie? Jesus. I murmur to her.
Oh my god. Please, refreshments. Can I get you anything right now?
Keep it on the sly. But do you have any martinis or anything in the bag?
Martini. Her like eye kind of twitches a little bit. Yes, I'll see what we can put together.
I won't tell if you don't.
Oh no, it's not a problem at all. And August says, "Please, if there's nothing up here, there must be something down in the cellar, Rosemary. We don't tend to drink a lot of alcohol ourselves, but we do keep a big stock here."
I love this prohibition. I've never drunk so much before in my life.
Let's get the wine open.
Please, can I? Is it
Just
gin and tonics?
a peppermint tea for me. I don't touch this stuff.
Peppermint tea right away, sir. Yes.
Just some water. Water would be great, thank you.
I can 100% get you a water. And for you,
Do you have any wine?
yes, we must have some wine. I'm sure.
Okay. Any red wine?
Definitely. Yes, I'll be
Okay.
right.
That would be lovely.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
And she kind of just hurries off into the kitchen.
Takes all sorts, I suppose.
So August kind of is stood there, just like hands behind his back. Well, so what happened to this car of yours? You're having some kind of car troubles?
It's a real nice model. We got a Rolls Royce out there. Just simply ran out of fuel. I'm not sure what happened there. I don't know what Maggie did, but it was the tank just went empty all of a sudden.
Oh, well, I've got a Rolls of my own out in the
What do you now?
out in the garage. It's my pride and joy after Veronica, of course. And he puts his arm around her, and she kind of like smiles dotingly. And where there stood,
What the fuck?
what the fuck? Take another D6 damage.
Jesus.
Wow.
Rav's
4 more
spontaneously
damage. I think
died.
you might be
fine.
dead now.
I'm dead.
Rip.
Thank you.
And there stood there, almost mimicking this painting that is directly behind them.
God. I was
Of
thinking of like
these-
Airplane.
Yeah, it's that sort of vibe. But these of these like large paintings that are absolutely dominating this wall. One of them is of August and Veronica, but as a much younger child, kind of like stood, and he's got his hand on her shoulder.
Well, hey, you've been so kind to us already, but if you ever get a moment where you're not busy hosting, I'd love to see this collection of cars you got. I'm a mechanic myself, so I got a real appreciation for the automobile.
Oh, I'd be more than happy to show you the rolls. And you said you were out of fuel. Like I'm sure Jeremiah, he knows where that should be. There should be some in the garage.
Mighty kind of you, sir.
What colour is it? What colour's yours?
It's silver. Actually, it's
Lovely.
I believe I have a picture of it somewhere. Yeah, it is silver.
Oh, dashing.
Picture of it.
I
Very
do.
nice.
I've prepared a picture of the cars. I wasn't sure if you'd know what a sort of like a fancy 1920s car would look like.
Okay.
And so I got a picture as
Lovely.
extra reference
Oh.
that you might help, but I'm not showing it to you yet.
So this painting on the wall, is there a Mrs. Wayland?
So there's
Is there a Mrs.
is there a Mrs. Wayland?
Because Perry's feeling.
So yeah, in above the fireplace there are five of these large paintings, all on this one wall, and it's dominated by, in the center is another woman, a younger woman, maybe she's in her like mid-30s or something, and
Very young.
wearing a well, compared to August,
Very young.
Actually,
that
refers to this era is quite old, Lydia. It's quite old to be mid-30s in the 1920s.
that she's wearing this. She stood wearing this like beautiful white dress, and it's like a really lovely portrait, like big picture. The others are of August and this woman. They look about the same age in this other painting. He looks a lot younger, and then
They look about the same age in the other painting.
yeah, August and this woman who's in this central painting. There's this painting of them together.
Yeah.
And August looks about the same age as her.
In that paint, but he looks older in the main one.
No. So in the main painting is of this woman in her 30s.
Yeah.
There is another painting of this woman in her 30s.
Yeah.
And
Right.
August in his 30s.
Right. Sorry, I forgot that August
So
wasn't in
it's
that.
all,
All right.
so
yeah, I got
you might infer that these paintings are from the past,
Yes.
which is when August is younger.
I got you. I got you. I
But
got
she
you.
doesn't also get younger as well.
I see.
Because that's not how time works.
I
Can Lydia make an intelligence roll to just make sure she's still
Lydia
breathing? Is
makes
everything all
them-
right?
I don't know if the stats go low enough for us to calculate.
no.
You're doing okay. Call of Cthulhu, there's a lot of weird stuff going
Well,
on.
I thought maybe it was
There's a lot of
what's his
spooky
name? Old in the mirror in the attic.
What?
The mirror
Pretty,
in the attic.
No, the picture in the attic.
Picture of Dorian Gray?
I thought it was a Dorian Gray situation going on, maybe.
No.
But just no.
August, dude, these paintings are wonderful. They are so joyous. Can you tell us more about them?
Oh, of course. This is my beautiful darling, my wife,
yes.
Evangeline.
Evangeline. Wow.
Evangeline.
Amazing name. Splendid name.
But she's no longer with us. And
I am so sorry. And
Veronica
consoling hand on his shoulder or something.
looks a little like sad, and like she kind of like touches her dad's arm like comfortingly.
I'm so sorry. I shouldn't have asked. I'm so sorry.
And the other paintings are, there's like another one of just August, a little bit older, in just like a nicely tailored suit. And there's one of Veronica wearing like a university gown, holding like a diploma. But yeah, it's just kind of like paintings of the family. But you do notice that there's no paintings of Evangeline and Veronica together. It's either the
Oh no.
Which isn't that, you wouldn't think that's super odd, but you would note it, right?
yeah.
I guess you just assume that she died a long time ago, right?
Yeah, I don't think that takes a smart
How
thing.
much does she resemble her mother?
You would say family resemblance. But Evangeline, she has like dark hair. You would be able to, you could probably pinpoint, this looks like these people's daughter. Would make a lot of sense. They don't look identical by any means.
No.
But
Yeah.
there is similarities. There is resemblance.
Well, Veronica got all of her wonderful looks. You're a beautiful girl, Veronica.
That's very, very kind of you to say.
No, it's not a problem at all. I do have to ask about this bust. It gave us such a giggle on the way up to the house. It took us by such surprise. We thought you were stood at the window or something. Tell us more. It's so intriguing.
Well, yes, that's as you can see, they did a very kind job and made
Yeah,
me
they
look
did.
far more handsome.
Now I can see the bust in person. Is there anything like odd about it? Now we're closer to it.
Give me a spot hidden roll.
Sure. Oh, 13. That is nearly a crit. It's a hard success, though.
How near a crit? So
Free. If I could luck it.
So you can deduct points from your total luck score to reduce whatever number you have rolled, making it easier to pass tests.
So I rolled a 13, and I've got 60 luck. So I'm going to spend 3 luck to make it a 10, which would make it a critical success. Is that
Okay.
all right? Can I do that?
Yeah, you 100% can.
Cool. So I've used 3 up, but that's taken it down to a 10, which has made it a big.
So yeah,
roll.
you have now got a crit success.
I know everything about this bust.
Yeah,
It's great. They've carved it really nicely.
yeah. So an extreme success. So as you look at the bust, you instantly notice that it looks like it has been painted. And you can see like a scratch or two on it, which has taken off this like top layer of paint, and underneath it, you think it looks like it's made of lead. This bust, which seems odd to you.
Is it on a plinth or anything? Or?
Yeah, so it is on a pedestal, and on the tie of the bust, it's kind of the shoulders and head of August Wayland. On its tie, engraved, which looks like it was done afterwards, there's a symbol on there.
Okay.
The symbol doesn't really mean anything to you, but it just instantly strikes you as odd. Like, it's just,
Yeah.
you're not sure why.
It's quite a small detail to forcibly include on a bust of a person.
Yeah.
That's my Pookie Bear. She always had an eye for the arts.
Well, are you conveying... So Harry might not be conveying this to you guys yet.
Oh, no. I'm just like, you're asking about the paintings. You're asking about the bust,
yeah.
just a little
I'm
comment.
just very intrigued. It's a very
Uh,
interesting collection of items you have.
But yeah, not that it matters, but here's what
Okay.
it doesn't really matter what the actual symbol is, but
Sure, yeah.
just to give you an
So
idea.
on the knot of the tie, they kind of on the Windsor of the tie.
Yeah, on the knot is
How the fuck
this
do you know what that's called?
engraved symbol. He's a cultured person.
Cultured man.
you see.
Unlike my character.
As
Is he quite like protected? I mean, I wouldn't imagine I'm like perusing over it, but I am like walking around and looking at the bust as we're talking
you can
about it.
easily move around.
He's
it.
not like being weird or protective over it while I'm doing that.
No, he's just sort of just chatting away. He's talking a little bit about the house, a little bit about Veronica. You can see that he's like really a like quite a gregarious person. Super affable, and it looks like he's quite happy to be entertaining. And he's quite like infectiously charming, like just talking away. It does seem weird to you why you would have this bust pointing out the window.
Also facing the wrong way, right? For the room, it's looking the wrong way.
That in the room you are just looking at the back of its head. And it just seems oddly placed there.
Is it like anything I've seen before, or is it just again weird?
You would just say it's just bad feng shui. Why you would put it like that it is staring out.
Sure. Back in the day, they used to have like cardboard things to make silhouettes, so it looked like people were in the house. So it could be like, maybe we would just assume it's so that it deters burglars, so they think someone's at the window.
Oh, so he's doing a classic Home Alone.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
God.
That's what
Okay.
I know.
Well,
Lydia's like, oh yeah, back in the day, the 1980s movie Home Alone.
and it,
I mean,
well,
but like
also
in the 1800s or something.
it did not deter 4 people who just turned up to burgle them off their
Like,
fuel.
oh, well, yeah, that's true.
So it's working terrible.
It's a terrible job, but I'm just maybe that's what I might assume.
What time is it about?
I'm gonna say it's like 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
Oh, okay. Like, so it was dark. There was no guests here yet, but what the fuck? But
No, it's not. No, it's
Still daytime.
like it is. I'm gonna say height of summer.
Why have they got the
fire.
roaring fire on in the
Maybe
heart of summer?
late May, June.
Does the room feel warm with the fire on?
Yeah.
Like it's not like boiling, but
you wouldn't say like sweltering, but it's definitely it's a hot fire.
Gosh, August, you do like to run it hot in here, don't you?
It's just force of habit. I just we want to make things comfortable for when our guests arrive. These old buildings, they can get real drafty and cold.
So who are you entertaining tonight? I'm sorry we've so invaded. Who is it?
As he begins to tell you, suddenly the maid kind of comes back in, and she has a tray of drinks for you all. There's a glass of red wine. And what looks like a gin and tonic
Martini,
with
actually.
a martini. She has a martini for you, and there's a glass of water and a peppermint tea. She's like, "Oh, please, here. I hope this is to meets your expectations. I must be getting back to preparing. We have a lot of guests coming later, and I've just so much to do."
Well, don't let us hold you up. Go. Thank you very much.
thank you very kindly.
As she sets that down, like she kind of goes to the mantelpiece and pulls a little cloth out of her pocket and just kind of wipes a little bit. And she's looking a little bit stressed, a little bit harried, but has just got this big grin on her face, like, okay. And yeah, heads back into the kitchen, and you can sort of see and loosely hear from the other side of the dining room her like pottering around.
She's going to be all right. It looks like she's working at double time.
Well, no, Rosemary is an absolute expert at this thing. We entertain from time to time, and she very much enjoys doing this.
Looks like he's doing a damn good job.
Well, yes. Well, you are more than welcome to stay later on, and you can partake. We'll be having dinner, and we'll have some guests round. Maybe.
Well, what's the celebration
maybe
for? I mean, is it just you're just a regular party goer? Is this something special? We want to impose on a private do.
It's to celebrate my sweet daughter Veronica. Veronica's kind of moved over to the corner and is slowly plinking away on the piano, playing like a
Chopsticks.
playing the chopsticks.
Is it good or is it bad?
No, it's really nice. It's like really pleasant. You can tell that she's like
Yeah. We're not like cringing through it.
No, it's not just excruciating. Clink, clonk, clink.
My daughter loves to play the piano.
Yeah,
She serenades us all
as she
evening.
just smashes her face into the keys.
Well, I guess we're going.
No, it's a real gentle kind of background.
She's soundtracking.
Yeah, she's soundtracking. And she's just kind of like smiling away, like loosely kind of like listening to what you guys are chatting about. But she's letting her father kind of do most of the talking.
I heard you say it was going to be like a ritual. Is that some kind of party game you guys are playing?
Oh, I love party games.
It's not. We're not doing any kind of ritual tonight. No, this is to celebrate Veronica. She's going to begin setting upon performing a ritual, and it's a great testimony to her force of will.
Is that like a piano recital or something then?
It is like imagine a piano recital, but one that is going to take her a long time to perform.
And I'll gesture to her, like getting her degree, the painting. Like, well, she's clearly a very talented young girl.
Oh, yes, she is. My beloved Veronica. Yeah, she went off to university where she studied all kinds of things, and she's actually just returned from traveling around the world. She's gets up to all kinds of stuff.
At this point, I'm like half the martini down. I've
Okay.
got to ask, August.
When I will add who's drunk their drinks, just to make it sound really ominous.
I've drunk half of it.
Peppermint tea's probably still a bit hot. Probably blowing on it.
Okay.
I would have sipped it at my
Okay.
wine.
When you first take a sip of your martini, it doesn't taste right at all. And the same with the wine.
Just corked.
To like it, but it doesn't even taste alcoholic. It just tastes like
Oh.
dirty water, and the red wine. It looks like red wine, but it just tastes like, you'd say, like old bath water or just musky
Oh, gamer girl.
musky water. Yeah, Veronica is actually a gamer girl, and
She's got bright pink hair.
yeah, did I not mention that earlier? Whereas your peppermint tea, it tastes delicious. It tastes exactly like a really just nice peppermint tea. Is really well made.
Really nice tea you got here.
But yeah,
Okay.
it's not alcoholic.
Okay.
You can definitely tell that.
Barry, this martini is disgusting.
Just be polite, Maggie. Be polite.
I'm
Don't
going-
mention
I'm going
anything.
to pour it in the plant pot and then put some of my flask in it. Do you want some?
I don't think I can get away with that. I'm just gonna have to just nurse the wine and be nice.
Okay, all right. Well, I'll give it a shot.
Right.
So I just sort of go into the plant pot, which is by my side, and
And then the plant wilts and smoke comes out.
Oh god. No, you can 100% throw it into the plant pot. Can you make me a stealth roll?
Where's my stealth?
It's not
bit of a
it's not
faux
not a good
pas.
side.
74.
My God.
Uh-oh.
Off she goes!
Yeet.
Done with this one.
Flashes all up the wall.
So it's not like a critical fail, but as you do it, you think that you're being quite sneaky. But as you kind of like turn back, you can tell that that August saw. You know, but he
Did we all see?
yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
yeah.
As she goes over and goes, whoops. You just notice that she kind of ditched her drink in there.
All right. Desperately try and change the conversation. August, darling. So your gorgeous daughter Veronica. I noticed she's wearing a black dress. Did her husband die too? Because mine did, you know. Dickie? I mentioned Dickie, didn't I? He died in the Great War. How about your daughter?
No, she's never been married at all.
Oh.
No, she's had a recent bereavement, though. Yeah, there's been a death.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry. So this dinner party that we're having later on would absolutely love for you to stay. I believe Jeremiah can show you to the gasoline you needed.
Listen,
Right?
Well, I think we should get our car up here and sorted, and then, well, maybe we can stay over. I mean, the book tour can always be delayed. It doesn't really matter. It's just a silly book.
Well, we can have you out of here as soon as you need to. Where the dinner party is not until much later. We have a little bit of preparation still to do for our celebration, but guests won't be turning up until much later this evening.
Listen, you guys, you sit and enjoy your drinks, okay? I can go with Jeremiah there and see what you got.
Oh yes, I can take you to the garage. Please, sirs.
Do you want to see the car?
I want to look at the card too. It's silver, didn't you say? I love the silver ones. I want to get one too when
Yes,
we get home.
it is.
Lovely.
August kind of sits back down and says, please, help yourself to any gasoline. You're more than welcome to, explore the grounds, or feel free to have a wander through the house. Maybe you can go and taste some of Rosemary's cooking, but don't spoil your appetite. There's a bathroom on the second floor, but I'd request, please, would you stay out of our private rooms? But if you need to go,
Of course, yes.
you can have a little
No worries.
little poop up there. And
Goodness.
Oh my god.
What you're saying is don't use the ensuite. I understand. A man's
Yeah,
throne is
please,
his throne. Yeah.
Don't use my ensuite.
Don't you worry.
And Jeremiah says, right this way. Come with me. And
It says, walk this way. And then he's like hunched over. And then those two hunch over and they follow him. Because he said, walk this.
right,
nice.
very good, very topical reference.
Still got it.
That is playing on the gramophone, the 1920s version.
Hell yeah.
Veronica is playing that on the piano
yeah.
right now. And that concludes this episode of Call of Cthulhu, the Saturnine Chalice. I really hope that you're enjoying this. If you are, consider telling a friend about it. Or if you'd like to help support us, you can become a member right now. We get access to behind-the-scene post-game chat and some little extra tidbits of content and a feel-good feeling that you know that you're helping to make all of this possible. Until next time, everybody, goodbye.